Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So we're gonna do a quick live stream and see if people start joining. Then we can cover their favorite coins, whichever one they are holding or planning on holding, okay? So now we can take a look at this Bitcoin chart and we can see we are still above this support level, okay? And now if we go to the daily time frame or even lower time frame, okay, you can clearly see this Bitcoin is still making this kind of lower highs. Look at that. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, okay? And it's slowly trying to make this kind of pattern right over here actually. Okay? It's making this kind of pattern plus it's having some resistance right over here, okay? If we take this off, look, you can see it's trying to make somewhat of a ascending triangle, okay? Now, depends now where we're gonna have this break, okay? We can have this break, it can break this resistance, it can break this resistance, but we do have more touch points towards the downside, okay? You can see 1, 2, 3, and probably could count this as the fourth touch, okay? Now, it all depends at the moment what the market situation would be like, because if you look at this scenario over here actually. Yeah, you can see it made this beautiful double bottom formation, okay? And then it's having a hard time break this resistance. If you can break this trend line, which is correlated with this point of connection, okay? Then we can have a break towards the upside. But at the moment, this is like a bearish pattern, like a rising wedge kind of pattern, okay? You can see we had this over here. I know. Okay, and then we broke the support and we came to the downside, okay? And usually when you break a rising channel or rising wedge, you come very close to this at the bottom of the wedge, and you can see we came right at this price action, okay? So let's see, I mean, what it does, at the moment is just chilling and trying to, break these kind of levels. Let's take a look at the daily time frame, okay? Because in the daily time frame, I like how this pattern is looking, okay? Look, I can see this as a double bottom, bearish double bottom, okay? Now, if we can build a support level here, I would like Bitcoin to see just move up in this fashion. Overall, I think it's a very healthy chart because you can see that Bitcoin is making these kind of movements, okay? And the next one up is going to be massive. I'll just tell you that, okay? If it can hold this support level. Because we did have this support here, look. Right over here. Get some support over here. Okay. So this can, what this tells us is, look, ignore this part, okay? Don't look at this area because this was the Corona dump, okay? If Corona dump didn't happen, then this was the breakout point. And we came down after we broke this triangle formation right over here. And this was the target. You can see we exactly met it towards the downside. As soon as we found some support here, we started moving to the upside. Okay, and then at this resistance right over. This was the major resistance. The reason I say that, because you can see exactly these resistance points. Okay, then came back, found support at this line, and then took off. So this indication, what it did was it went up and okay, because data inverse that didn't show pattern. This was the price target. I'm very close to that level, but if you pull this a little bit below, you can see it hit it, okay? Right up. And now, if you look at this pattern here, which I'm pretty bullish with this pattern, okay? Look at this beautiful pattern that it's making. You could also see this as a massive uh, massive falling rising wedge, okay? In the monthly, okay? So I'm not saying it's going to break this support level because it has held it up till now. So chances are it's going to hold it again, because if we look at this moving averages, um, you can see here, look at this. It's above the yellow line, up. The green line comes in as a support, okay? Always remember that. Green line is a support system that it has built for Bitcoin's monthly time frame. Okay, and we're gonna have a monthly close in 2 days and 8 hours. So that's why I'm pretty curious what's gonna happen. Monthly time frame. Even here you can see you had this. It was above the 20 moving average, came down. 55 moving average came in as a support, and then up we go. Came here, had the Corona dump, came below the 55. I mean, whoever was here at this time, they knew that it was a buying opportunity. See, it didn't even came all the way to the 100 moving average. But this was a buying opportunity, and what happened after that? Up we go. So now we are at the 20 moving average, and look where the 55 moving average is. Right at this support trend line. Okay, so this, you cannot go wrong here. If it falls to this level, okay, I'm not saying it will, if it does, because the 55 moving average is creeping up, okay? It's coming up slowly as the monthly candle closes. So once that happens, you know what's gonna happen. It's gonna come up and the price is gonna come and find some support, okay? If this is gonna be the strongest support for Bitcoin, because it has, I mean, you can learn from the history, right? It has happened once, twice, 3 times. Only if it comes below. But at the moment, you can see it's trying to hold that 20 moving average, okay? So this is a indication that a lot of, I mean, a lot of traders are looking for, you know? Take this off, and look at the RSI as well. Look at this beautiful RSI. You look at this RSI and make a case that this is your support level, okay? This is the support level. Now, just zoom out, take the unwanted lines off. Let me just hide the moving averages. Okay, and now look. When we were right over here, uh, right over here, okay? And right over here, right over here. Now, you're right over here, okay? So what do you see? Okay, and also look at the stochastic RSI, whether it's at the very bottom. Okay, now you bring your EMAs back. Okay, you can see this was the accumulation zone. Okay, why? Because sorry. Okay, because it's at the bottom. Okay, and this is the monthly um, support in the RSI. Same goes here, and this was the where the trend started coming up. Okay, now if you look over here, okay, right over here, where is the RSI? It's right at the bottom on this support trend line. Okay, and you're at the 55 moving average. Same goes over here. You were at the 55 moving average. Now we still have some room to go down. I'm not saying it can, because over here we never came and hit it, okay? But we still picked up the momentum because we were at the 55 moving average. Now we are not at the 55 moving average because that's the support level. Now if it comes down and hits it, we are at this support and we are at the 55 moving average, okay? But if you can hold this 20 moving average, then chances are we can go to the upside, okay? So, but this is your indication. If it comes down at this support in the RSI, then my friend, your price action is right over here. Okay, on the 55, on the trend line, you might probably come down, wick a little bit below from the 55, and then come up, then slowly we'll have another rally potentially. Okay, if it breaks this trend line, have a monthly close below this, below the 55, then Bitcoin is in danger. Okay, I can say that very clearly. Look, you haven't broken this trend line, okay? So this is a very major trend line for Bitcoin. And because of the RSI, this is your indication that you need to hold this momentum as support. That happens, then you can clearly see you're going up. But in the monthly time frame, okay, we do have a little bit of a bearish divergence, okay, where the momentum is slowly coming down, okay, and the price is still going up. So there will be a major correction coming in the future, but there has to be a run before we go to these higher levels, okay? So this is look, this momentum is higher than this momentum over here in the RSI. So is this one. This one is higher. So you can see there is in the larger time frame a bearish divergence taking place, and you can also see we are making a rising wedge. But that doesn't mean it's going to break it. It just means that we can have another go. There will be this last go before we get into this long-term bearish trend, okay? Because you can also see the volume is kind of dying out. And look at this volume. It's dying out right now. So if we can just have this another go, which everybody is wanting to, if we have this another go, yeah, then Bitcoin is going towards this level. I'll show it to you. I showed you this in my video today. Let me just draw it nicely. So if we have this kind of situation where we have this resistance, we have this support, and then we break this to the upside, okay? Bitcoin is coming and hitting this resistance line. And this resistance is sitting at around 130,000 at least, okay? Because if Bitcoin does this, then it's a bull flag, okay? It's gonna make. If you wanna measure it from here as a W bottom, that's fine. You can also measure it from right over here, where this is the pole, and wherever the breakout is going to come from. Okay, you can see it's clearly hitting the resistance at the top. Okay, so even if I showed you this in my video earlier today, even if you take your Fibonacci and you just right over here, measure this move, you can see that it's exactly hitting at this level, 124,000 at the 2 level in the Fibonacci. Okay, and you can have a little bit of a further extension where it can come. It can come between the 126 and 208,000. Okay, because if you come here, trust me, a lot of people are going to step in and start buying Bitcoin. Okay, when it breaks the 1.618 level, which sits at 62,397, and then you will have fireworks over here because a lot of altcoins are going to start rallying as well. And whenever it's going to come very close to these levels, a lot of people are going to start selling at these levels, because then obviously you're doing this. See what I mean? And then you're going to come here, a major sell-off is going to happen here. Then you can come like that and make this bigger bearish head and shoulder pattern. Okay, where I'm not saying it's gonna exactly happen like that, but you just have to keep your work before it gets there. It can probably make this pattern, but you never know. It can find support somewhere here, depending on that, okay? So this is the scenario at the moment for Bitcoin, and hopefully let's see what happens, and let's see where the market takes the Bitcoin price. I see we do have some viewers. If you have any coin you want me to look at, let me know. We can go through your coin, uh, analyze it. So this is what's going on with Bitcoin at the moment, what I see. And it's a very healthy chart because it is making lower highs structure. Go to the weekly. Take the unwanted lines off now. So everyone is eyeing this area, okay? Where if it breaks this level right over here and closes a weekly candle or a monthly candle above this level, okay? 63,000. If you close your weekly candle above this, you're gonna have, and with good volume, okay? Because in the monthly you can see we never closed above this level, okay? We close it above at least 62,000, yeah. You close the candle above this, you're good, okay? Okay, let's take a look at mana really quick for so you can see everybody's following Bitcoin, same kind of channel they're creating, okay? We go to the lower time frames right now. You can see that mana was in this pattern, okay? I already drew this pattern a couple of days back and I told you mana is trying to come and hit this level, okay? It came very close to it, but it's still trying to see. We can move this line a little bit below because we want all the touches to be there, okay? You can see one touch, two touch, three touch, lot of touches, and then right over here. So it hasn't broken it yet, the support level, but it's still trying to, come up. Look, still trying to make a bullish candle. Okay, because I told you that mana was making this pattern over here. And it had a technical target to the upside. And it's actually right over there. This is the target. But see, slowly it just It's trying to get there, but in this pattern, it didn't break this resistance, so it's just, yeah, it's just making this rising wedge. So if Bitcoin decides to break its resistance, okay, then you will see Mana break this resistance as well. Or some good news comes out from Mana that they are actually um, has integrated into something, or have some positive plans for themselves. Maybe then we can break this, but the news has to be huge, okay? If that doesn't happen, then you can expect Mana to break this support and come right back to these lows. Okay, it can fall back to these lows because this is a bearish pattern overall. Okay, I can show you why. Look, you make this pattern over here. This is a bullish pattern. Falling wedge, break to the upside. Okay, you have a rising wedge. Look, rising wedge right over here. It's a small rising wedge, but it comes and breaks support. Okay, the news, it's a 70-30% chance. If you break to the upside, it's basically it's a 30% chance you can do that, okay? When you have these kind of patterns. Same way over here. Look, rising channel, break to the downside, okay? Then it comes up, tries to break this high, but then it goes down, okay? So yeah, so this, I mean, let's see what happens. I mean, you cannot say anything up till now. We can take a look at the RSI. Take these lines off. Go to the daily time frame. Okay. So you can see in the RSI, we have this kind of resistance. You break this resistance, you're breaking the um, resistance for the wedge, okay? But if you get here, you get rejection, then you're coming down, okay? So this is your indicator. So keep an eye on this, and hopefully, I hope it breaks to the upside. But if you go to the weekly time frame and look at this pattern over here, um, you can see the strongest support level we have is right over here, $1.59, and it basically came, I think, it came to $1.70, okay, and after that it had this bounce. Just take this off, and in my earlier videos, I told you this is how Mana is gonna play, where it's gonna do this, something similar to this, and then come and do this, okay? This is a very strong support line, okay? Now here, it might do something like this, or if Bitcoin decides to have another go towards the 62,000 level, then you can expect Mana to come and go a little bit further, okay? Maybe come here and touch its all-time high again, like that or something, okay? Or go a little bit above, okay, something like that. So yeah, this is it for Mana token. I mean, it's actually playing in a very similar fashion, and it's making lower highs, so things are looking good. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, okay? It hasn't broken this, so the overall trend for Mana in the weekly is bullish. And if you look at the monthly time frame, you can clearly see it's still in a very good uptrend, okay? It's doing exactly what it did right over here. Okay, you can see bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, then two bearish candles, and then probably have a little bit of accumulation done over here, and then break up to the upside. Now keep an eye on the support level again. If it breaks the support level, momentum can go towards the downside, okay? And uh, have a little bit of a support, and you can see that it's over the 20 moving average as well. This is your another indicator that trend is bullish in the monthly. Okay, like the trend is above the 20s. This is a good sign. I mean, it's looking good unless it breaks the 20, breaks the resistance and comes towards the downside. Okay, that's the bearish indicator. No problem, guys. If you have any other coin you want me to look at, let me know, guys. I can take a look at your favorite coin since it is a Saturday, and we can go through some coins as soon as possible. Just type it in the chat box and we can just look at your coin. Okay? So Crow coin, let's take a look at Crow coin. What is the whole thing it's doing? Yeah, even Crow coin, you know, I covered in my previous videos that it was gonna come in, touch this level, and you can see where we are now. It has touched this red trend line. Okay, it exactly went up and hit it, so this prediction came out to be very good. Okay, so whoever took this trade, congrats to you guys. Okay, so we have a request from George. Welcome, George. City. Okay. Okay, yeah, we covered this before, and let's see what it's doing now. So Varsity is basically creating something of a similar pattern like Bitcoin at the moment, where you have this, then you have the higher high, and then the lower high, and it's making good progress because it was in this kind of formation where it had this. Actually, you're right over. Okay, where it had this bearish head and shoulder pattern, then it came down, had a target to the downside. But if you want to know about this in a shorter time period, you can certainly look at that for you. Okay? Yeah, hello George. We are all George. So you can see in this time frame, let's go to the 4 hourly at least. We have this kind of pattern, okay? This is your major support level. You can also see it is making higher lows, a lower high structure, and then it has this kind of formation, higher lows, okay? So now the force is coming from both the sides, okay? Even if you take a look at the line graph, you can see it has made two inverse head and shoulder patterns, okay? Look at this. Okay, right over there, and then it tried to make one right over here. Okay, it's trying to complete it. So, I mean, if it breaks to the upside, then it's gonna have this technical target right from here, wherever the breakout is gonna be from. Okay, but if it breaks to the downside, which in a way, because it is making higher lows, it's gonna have a technical target to the downside right over here. But again, it has a very good support at this level. Okay, so and you can also see where you take this off, you bring your lines out, you can see we have resistance level over here. Okay, where it touches. So in order for it to change directions from down to upside, you have to break this major resistance. That's what you did over here. Look, as soon as you broke it, the direction changed for the price action. Okay, upside. Okay, now you're in a very similar situation. You have to change the direction of this. Um, yeah, you have to change the direction. Let's put it on right. Yeah, actually, of this candle formation. Okay, because you can see what it's doing now. Up, down, up, down, up, down, and it might just go up at these levels unless you break this. You don't break this, you're going to be stuck in this channel. Okay, so whenever it breaks this line, okay, now this line has couple of price areas, okay, because this is your major resistance. You have to come up and break this point, and this point is sitting at 0.2578. Okay, the reason I say that is because you're gonna get resistance from here, and then you have this resistance. So this is your major area. You break this, you change direction to the upside. Okay, but in the weekly time frame, I mean, it is making lower highs, so things are looking good. It made this over here and then broke to the upside. So expect something very similar. If momentum picks up for the cryptocurrency, break this level, up you go, okay? So this is it for Varsity, guys. If we have any other request, we can take it now. Okay? Take a look at the, yeah, see, we have volume increasing for this coin. That's amazing. And we found some support at the 100 moving average. This can be confirmed. That's going to be really good for this coin. We have a bullish candle. Now it starts making bullish candles, then your momentum can be shifted towards the upside because the volume is increasing for this coin. That's amazing. The ONECOIN, Harmony One. Quickly get Harmony. Okay, this Harmony. Harmony One is still kind of, chilling in this pattern where it's just going up and down. And you can see that I told you that it was gonna play in this right over here. Right over here. Yeah, it's only this is the one. So you can see the support levels and the rejection levels, which what do you call this? This level over here, okay, where it's trying to have a hard time breaking it. Okay, so now if we hold this level or come a little bit below, come and touch this trend line, then that's your confirmation and it holds this level, then it's going to have this another run towards the upside. It can certainly hold this level at 16 cents, okay, 16,475. If it holds this level, that's great. I'll just put this over right over here because you have to break this area. If you can break it, and you can see this pattern over here is pretty similar to Bitcoin's pattern. Look at this, okay? Where it's going up, coming down. It's going up, it's coming down. So if you hold this, expect it to go up and hit this resistance one time. Okay, so a lot of people are eyeing this level at the moment. So if you break this, then obviously you're going to come down and try to find some support at this level. And that's where the 100 moving average is. Look, 100 moving average is coming for the support. At the moment, you are in between the 20 and the 55. So kind of like a consolidation phase, okay? You're going through right over here. Okay, in between the 20 and the 55, and you have consolidation till you break it to the upside or downside. Normally, let me show you one more example. Say in between, or not this one. You're above the 20 up, in between both of them, then consolidation, You're doing something very similar in this area, okay? Even if you break this, come here, hold this support, and then you want both the EMAs to come below this price action. Once you do that, momentum can pick up an upside, okay? Or if 55 can force the price to go above the 20 moving average, that's also a very bullish sign. Momentum can shift to the upside. So if you go to the lower time frames, and let's see what it's doing. So I told you about this pattern in my previous videos, where HARMONYONE was just doing this recently broke out. Now this breakout is good, but let's see the volume. You can see volume came in, but then the selling volume also came with it, okay? You want to see if it tries to go up now, it will have some resistance right over here. Okay, first resistance is got here, this over here. Okay, this is where it got that resistance from. Okay, and then you're gonna get some resistance. Normally, you know what you could do? I'll give you an easier way. You could just bring out your Fibonacci actually, and then see why there were rejection points. Now you can see 0.5 level came in as a rejection. Then you have this next resistance 0.618. Then you have this 0.786. So if it can break this, then expect it to come over here. Then over here. Okay, then this major line. And then so on. It can go up like that. Something. If it creates something like that, that's good. But if it comes back inside, that will tell you that momentum wasn't solid enough, and you can just move this line like that. But at the moment we'll keep it over there for the hell sake of it. Okay, so this is HARMONYONE is just playing in this fashion, but this is a kind of like a bullish pattern falling wedge kind of scenario. Okay, see something similar happened here where you had this resistance and kept on. Overall, this is a bearish pattern, okay, because this was descending triangle. But 70-30 chances, 30 chances break to the upside, 70% chance break to the downside. But you can see it held this support and breakout was towards the upside, okay? And let's see if it met the target. I don't know. You can see it came very close, but went a lot higher, okay? And you can also see when it broke out, it came back, retested the resistance as support, and then went towards the upside. So if we can see something similar happen here, that would be good. And then momentum can take place towards the upside because they're all waiting on Bitcoin to break out. They are all waiting on Bitcoin to break out. And this is where this accumulation, consolidation stuff is coming from. You can see how much volume we had here area, okay? So if the volume can, once you see a breakout, if you see good volume candles, that's the indication upside is coming. Okay, and this can be the target 0.38. So, but overall, this is it. Let's just take these yellow lines off. You can see it's just in this pattern at the moment, which is a good thing. Any other coins, guys, you want me to see? We can quickly look at your favorite coins and hopefully type in the chat box where do you see Bitcoin going if it breaks the resistance. Do you think it's gonna touch 100K or pass 100K? give me your ideas and let me see what you guys think, because it's necessary for, you know, a lot of people to have their own opinion and see where Bitcoin can go. Do you think Bitcoin will go to 100,000 or 150,000, around that area? Let me know in the chat box. Thank you. Now let's take a look at some other coins as well, because I know that sand was pumping lately. Okay. So let's take a look at sand really quick before we end the stream. So sand, look at this, beautifully it came and touched this resistance, okay? And if you took this trade, you were good. About 45% to the upside. What a lovely trade this was, because I've been covering sand since, I don't know, long time, but this run I've been covering since it came down right over here. So this was a very good gains to be made. Now it's going up. Now let's see what it does, because if it breaks this line and gets on top of this yellow line, which you can see, then it's coming back in this pattern, okay? And if you could look at this and just, I don't, if we could just make this pattern over, okay, right, like that, this pattern. This is going to be an amazing inverse head and shoulder pattern. $1.618, 94K. Okay, yeah, that's about right, because predictions are that it is gonna come very close to 100K. Yeah, that's true. But sometimes, if you look at Bitcoin over here, let's on this one. Cool. Yeah, this pattern over here. Because if you say Bitcoin can go to 94K, then you can see it has made this pattern also, where it can come and touch this resistance over here. So if, let's see, okay, because 1.618 is right over here at the 62, because I'm measuring this right over here, okay? This run over here. So it can certainly go to the 2 level, because you can see how aligned these are, this measurement. And even if we say that this is a hole for this, if it creates this kind of pattern, we can consider this as a bull flag or a W pattern. If we consider this as a bull flag, you can see it goes a little bit above the 2 level. Okay. So, but if it goes to 94K, I believe uh, it will have a solid run or a parabolic run towards this resistance. Because you can see here, we measure this move. Take this off. Okay, you can see here what happened was it The 2 level was the target, okay? But it had this parabolic run up to the next Fibonacci level, okay? And then you can see how many rejection points you got from that 2 level, okay? So same rule is applied right over here. So when it comes to this 2 level, okay, let's take this off actually. You will see a parabola effect where people think that it's gonna go to 200,000 or 150,000, you know, so there can be like a parabolic move towards this level, or maybe 150 or 160, and then come back in, and then you can face some rejection. What happened here? Okay, and then have this kind of pattern play out like a descending triangle. Okay, same way if this happens, if it breaks this level, the 1.618 level. So anything can happen. I mean, if it does come very close to the 94K, then I feel that it can certainly go up, you know, like, because once Bitcoin goes above 64K and crosses 70, then I think you will see runs like 6,000, 10,000 come really quickly. Uh, I mean, because to own a whole Bitcoin, it's going to be very expensive, you know, and it's just going to have this ripple effect towards the upside. Exactly the way it had over here. The way it had over here, okay? These runs are still missing, and you can see right over here at this area, okay? We might be in this area right over here, okay? Because we had this half a run and then Bitcoin came down and then we had this major run, okay? And then eventually it came down and found support over here. Now, when we had this run, you can see we had these mini corrections, but then it took off and then it came down, found some support here at this level over here, this candle, okay? And then we took off. Same way, if we break towards the upside now, and we go all the way up to the 134,000 level, we come down, find support over here at 64. Because look at this. If we have this run, give me a second, guys. I'm getting a call. Give me one moment, okay? Sorry about that. Sorry, guys. It was a spam call. So yeah. So certainly, you know, if it's going up, makes this kind of pattern, and then breaks this resistance at 64,000, 65,000 around there. he's he's probably buying Dogecoin. So you can certainly come and hit this areas over here, what I feel, because it is respecting this pattern, okay? But yeah, if it goes to 94K, all coins are gonna go up in a very healthy fashion, okay? And some of them are gonna create all-time highs because they are just coiling up to do that. But at the moment, you can see BTT. Wow, what the hell happened here? BTT, it's up 30%. This coin took quite a big dump, maybe, of coins. Who knows about Axie Infinity here? Anybody know about this coin, Axie Infinity? it's a gaming coin, and it basically it's a play to earn kind of game. So they have this thing going on right now where yeah, so it's a their staking rewards are about 89%, and so very good staking coin. And hopefully, if things get good for this coin, it can break this resistance level. Upside can come for this coin because you can see it made a very similar pattern over here. Okay, where it did this, made a bearish head and shoulder pattern, but broke towards the upside. And you can see it is just doing that in a very similar fashion. So everything, all the coins are actually waiting for Bitcoin to make its next move, and they will follow accordingly to those levels. Actually, Infinity is a good coin. What else? Are you guys also invested in Shiba Inu? Who wants me to analyze Shiba Inu really quickly? Look at this. So we have this resistance for Shiba, okay, and we have the support levels, Shiba, okay, and you can see how beautifully it's respecting all this. The day you see, whenever that happens, you break this resistance, I think a lot of meme players are gonna jump into this coin and then take it to the upside. Same way things happen over here. You break the resistance, boom, upside. So watch out for Shiba Inu. Whenever it breaks this resistance level, things can look really good. Like Gala is giving 80% APY. It's just a question from me to you because I didn't know Gala is giving. No, Axie Infinity is actually giving 89% APY. I would like to know if Gala is giving that. That's might as well buy some castles in the Gala games. They recently started selling their castles uh, on their website. Yeah, actually, Infinity, if you stake with them at the moment, they're giving 89% APY. And you can, if you, yeah, actually, Infinity is. So if you don't know, you can just go to the, what's it called? The Ronin mainnet, and just if you have some axes, then you could just stake them on there. Stake dot. Let me show you. Actually, is like oh, yeah. Let me show you. Give me a second. Look. I hope you can see that on your screen. So see, 89% APY for Axie Infinity. Now I haven't connected my wallet here, but this is on my PC, but they're giving 89%. The price is at 48.80 at the moment, and $1 billion are into the staking pool. So if you believe in uh, this project, then very good area to, you know, I mean, put your money in. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but I think this is a great opportunity because even if you go on staking rewards, it's not going to show you this APY. You can only see this over here, stake.infinity.com. Okay, so keep this in mind. It's a very good area to look into. I wished I wish Gala starts staking and then, you know, then we can just get into Gala as well. So, are you guys into staking? If you are, uh, let me know the coins you are staking in currently, and how much APY is that coin giving you guys, so our other viewers can also have a little bit of a understanding about staking. Staking is like basically the next thing, and decentralized financing, where you get more APY to, just stake your coins, whichever one you own. So it's a very good, just like how banks do, they give you a certain percentage to stake your coin. It's in the similar fashion. That's what these coins do. They have higher APYs. Okay, guys, I guess this is it for today. Looks like we don't have much viewers, but hopefully you got some good knowledge out of this stream and information. And let's check back maybe tomorrow. Okay? Alright, guys, take care and have a good day, good night, wherever you guys are. And hopefully, let's see what the market does. Alright, Martijan, thank you so much for joining the stream. George, Alfarnaz, thank you so much, guys. Have a good day.